Warning: the show you are about to see has been put together by the world's safest DJ. You will laugh, maybe learn something. He will definitely say something stupid, but you are never ever in any danger.
Good morning. Welcome back, everybody, or should I say, welcome back to me. Took a couple of weeks off. I'm sorry. Thanks for everybody that's here this morning, this afternoon, wherever you are around the world. This show is worldwide, by the way. I was out and not feeling great. Got an ailment that snuck its dirty little head back up. Vertigo. Oh my god, guys. I hate to I hate to be like the old guy rant here right now, but if you've ever had vertigo or haven't had it, it is the absolute worst. All of a sudden, the room just goes out of control, spinning. What happened? I dealt with this 2 years ago, and then the other night I got out of the shower, and I was just bending over to blow myself. I mean, to dry my toes off, and like as soon as I did that, the entire room just started going just like this, fell over. Not good. So, what do you do? I made an appointment with the doctor, got some medicine for it. But if this ever happens to you, okay, one, you got to hydrate, means you're dehydrated. Two, it just means these little crystals in your ear got loose and just are jamming up your juices in your head and throwing everything off. You just this constant nauseous feeling. It's the absolute worst. So I did get through it through the pills, and then you do like some exercises where you like turn your head, you like bend over, and then you just gotta endure it while the room spins out of. I was nervous this was gonna happen to me at a wedding. I was having video or dreams in my head that I was like, "Hey, friends and family, we're about to bring in the right." Has that ever happened to you out there? I'm curious. Have any of you out there ever had like a bout of sickness hit you, or you just go out or you pass out while you're at a wedding? Put that in the comment. I want to see. I want to see if anybody has done that. So while we're doing that, I'll pop in and say hi. Pop in and say hi. I'll back up, back up, back up. Some of you guys, oh, thinking those are the 28 G3s? Okay. You love those 20 G3s, the 44s. Yeah, if you want to grab something that's 3 times as heavy, they sound amazing, but they're too heavy, man. Yep, my guy, he said it right there. Said it right there. But I mean, I used those 28 G3s for like 2 years. They're a great system. I did end up selling them to a friend though, because I didn't need them anymore. I think you should wait though. I wonder if LD's cooking something. They did release the another battery option. That confused me. There's a 12 now. So they have an 8, and 10, and now the 12. There's the what is it? Any ANNY, right? 8 and then 10 and now a 12, which is and they're saying up to 50 hours of batteries or whatever. I'm confused. I didn't know those were selling enough for them to keep like pushing into those. Yo, my guy here. Thanks for coming a member. Appreciate that. You guys are members. You really support the channel, all right? Makes me want to jump on and do this. Okay? So I appreciate that. It's a big, 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 big thing. I really appreciate that. Nathan's question start. Do you ever record your client meetings and run them through AI to analyze what was good? Oh, no, I literally just I've recorded my last two final Zoom chats because I'm gonna release those to you guys. I might make that members only. Okay. But I wanted you to see kind of like how the conversation goes. It's about an hour. My last one was about an hour, but it's a mixture of going through the details and then just reconnecting with them. And a lot of the meeting, and you'll see when I record this, and you guys can probably say this happens too, is they'll ask me questions. They're like, we don't know what to do. I love that. I love when they trust you enough, right? And when I first started, I wasn't getting those things. It was like, here's what's happening. Here's what's going. Planners like, here it is. Just follow it, you fucking idiot. And I felt that it was earned, right? Because the reputation out there for us. But now when I get on these calls, my couples are very much like, we kind of need your opinion on this. And I just love being able to do that. So I want to show you guys that. Running it through AI is a cool idea too. Just to say, like, Aaron, that joke was terrible or whatever. It's the other reason why I like to do um, Zoom over phone calls. I want to see their faces. I want to see them react, especially during my client calls. I don't ever do phone. I always do video. I want them to see me. I want to connect. I want to make them laugh. I want to see if they're laughing at my jokes. And I've definitely done ones back to back where it's gone great. I'll get off. Amy's like, "How was it?" I'm like, you just know it's a slam dunk. They just love you, right? And sometimes I get off. I'm like, I think she hated me, right? But they book you anyways. It's just they don't either they don't laugh or they don't think you're funny, but it was like you'll get like those smirks like, "Mhm." Like that, which is the worst. You throw out your best one and you just get one of these. That's funny. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Is it light? Is my mic too soft? I have it up. Turn your volume up. I think it's good. Bro, I wish I was. I know what is it? Today is opening day. Baseball opening day. You know what's interesting? Just side note, some of my all-time favorite sport movies are baseball, right? Baseball related movies. However, I am not a big baseball fan. I don't I'll go to a game, I'll enjoy it, but man, I don't really follow it too much and get into it. And the Pirates have sucked since the 90s, since We Are Family in the 70s. So they don't give you much to cheer for, but favorite Moneyball is one of my all-time favorite sport movies. The Natural, uh, The Rookie. What was the one we were growing up in the 90s? The kid that got like the super arm power. There was that one, which is good. And then what did I just watch? Oh. What's the one with all the girls? Uh, fuck. I can't remember what it is, but I like that one too. With Tom Hanks and Madonna and fuck. Somebody, I'm gonna scroll down. What is that one? Uh, no, not Rookie of the Year. Yeah, that's the one of them. But what's the one with the ladies? You guys are delayed, so I'm just gonna move on, and then I'm sure it's gonna pop in the chat while I'm stuck in my brain. I just shut down. Okay, all right, I'm gonna move on. Oh, here we go. Here's a story of you guys. Oh, Sandlot. Yeah, Sandlot's a good one too. I was taken by an ambulance once dancing started. Infected gallbladder started swelling during setup. Ended up needing emergency surgery. Holy cow, dude. Got them through ceremony, dinner, and all the specials. That's no joke. Gallbladder will kill you. Gallbladder. League of Their Own. Thank you. Jesus. Thank you. I'm sorry. Look, no offense to the ladies. I'm like, this fucking guy. Names off, rattles off all the guy movies, but when it's about a woman, I said I liked it. All right. I don't know what happened. I just went blank on that. Dude, that's crazy. Gallbladder. I've had my what's this one over here? Appendix taken out. Holy cow, that's scary. Had a panic attack too. I think I've told this story, but I just feeling like this. You feel swollen. You feel like you got to fart, but you can't. And even when you do, there's like no relief. That might be the two worst feelings in the world, right? I think the three worst feelings when you're not feeling well, one is a sore throat. I hate having a sore throat where you can't swallow. Oh my God. Two, a bloatedness. And then three is nausea. If I had all three of those things at the same time, I might do a header off a bridge. I'm not putting up with all that bullshit at the same time. So, feeling that way, I knew like something was wrong. And then I looked up, like, what's it mean when your appendix needs to come out? And the symptoms were everything that I had. And I was like, oh, shit. So I was up all night. Amy came downstairs and I was just like, with a blanket over me, like, can you please take me to the hospital? I'm going to die. And we went in there and I was like, I think it's my appendix. And they pushed it. And I was like, oh, and they're like, yep, put me in immediate surgery and I had to get it out. So don't mess around with that. Don't mess around. That's scary, dude. Dang, go all the way through like, well, the DJ's gone. Oh my God. I might switch from Zoom to Google Meet. Nah, you know what? I would. Every time I do a Google Meet with somebody or the other ones that are out there, I'm always frustrated. They're not as good. I like all the stuff that Zoom does. You ever have a conversation with a bride and groom that goes well and then they don't book? Yes. Yes. Not only did this recently happen, maybe a month or two ago, not only did not book, but just completely ghosted me, which I feel like is incredibly disrespectful. But that's the thing. After a couple of those times happen, I would say at the end, and I advise you guys do this too. Thanks for hitting that like button. I don't know how many people are here. 45, 11 likes. Hit the fucking like button, you people. I always tell them at the end, hey, listen, I'll reach out to you in 3 days. I say this to them. This is exactly what I do. I'm gonna pretend like you're my couple. We're getting ready to jump off. All right, here's the plan. I'm going to be reaching out to you guys in about 3 days. I'm holding your date for 3 days from today because we had a Zoom meeting. So that's yours. But after that, I'll reach out to you and it's no pressure on you to book. However, because I'm a single op, I'm the only one. If other leads come in for your date and they want to book and take it, I have to offer it to them. So again, it's not a pressure thing. And then I'll say this. Do you have other meetings with DJs coming up? And a lot of times they'll be like, no, you're the only one, dude. And then that's where I'm just like popping the champagne, like, it's happening. Sometimes they're like, yeah, we are. And then when I find that out, I get even more excited. And I'll tell you why, because I love to win. All right. When I know that there's somebody else out there and they got a meeting after me and I feel like the bar was up here, I'm like, good luck, dude. They're fucking mine. But sometimes they're not. But then I'll say, look, hey, listen, if you want if you're ready to move forward with me, awesome. I'll send you all the app and we'll get you settled. If not, you can also let me know. Not gonna hurt my feelings, but feel free to. You can let me know either way. And by saying that, I'm trying to sort of like don't ghost me. I just gave you a whole evening. I could have been playing with my kids, right? So sometimes that happens, and that irritates me a little bit when they leave you on your own. Look at all you guys, you movie buffs, league of their own. You got me. Thank you. I knew I could look at all that. I knew I could depend on you guys. Vertigo sucks. Like you said, hydration. Yes, those two things. Um, I think I realized I usually get it after cold, which I was. I was sick beforehand, and then I had so I think all that congestion. I went and I bought some Mucinex. That helped me get through that. But that was the longest it ever lasted and was the worst I ever had it. When I had it the first time, it would only kick in when I would lay down in bed and I would turn to the side. Then the room would spin. I was like, ah. But when something like that happens and you're over the 40 mark, it's hard not to start stressing out like, that's it. It's over. Right? I'm going to be something. I'm going to be a handful. Amy's got her work cut out for me. I probably should die at 65. I don't think I'm going to handle old age well. I'm just not. I think my kids I'll just drive them crazy. I'll just drive everybody nuts, right? I'm already sort of like a little bit of a bitch when it comes to morning stuff. I don't get up in the morning. So like when I got my eyes done, when I got my eye surgery, well, have I told you guys this? I got LASIK. Best decision I ever made in my life, by the way. Um, But I had to book a follow-up appointment with the nurse, and we're in the room, and she's like, "All right, so doctor could see you on Friday at 8 a.m." Like you have to go back within 24 hours. They want to make sure everything's good. So like 8 a.m. We'll get you down. I was like, "No, not 8 a.m." And they're like, "Oh, are you busy?" I'm like, "No, I just don't. I'm not around at that time." And she kind of looked at me like, all right. Well, when?" It's like anything after 11. So she did. But then what happened is the doctor reached out and like, Aaron, I know you said schedule this time. Can I have you come in a little bit earlier? I want to catch a flight. And I came in. So I did. I will. I can. Okay. But I don't prefer it. I don't prefer it. All right. I'm ranting a little bit. I'm sorry about that, guys. I'm sorry about that. But this is part of the fun, right? It cracks me up sometimes in the comments of these live streams. I can tell people that don't know me or it's their first time, or maybe I got them with a thumbnail and they're like, oh, this guy's going to talk about, and they're like, it took 40 minutes for this guy to talk. I know. We're 20 minutes in already. That's why I don't need a co-host. Field of Dreams is a good one too. Okay, so I haven't had a kidney stone yet. I'm terrified of having. My father has had those a couple times, and I watched him get taken in an ambulance. Oh, dude. So for that reason, I basically only drink water and whiskey. All right, that's kind of how I do. Have you ever wished a client didn't pick you? Uh, yes. Are you talking about like afterwards? No. I've never had a really bad experience with a couple. To be honest, it's eight. What am I? 8 years in? Yeah, I'm 8 years in. I really haven't. I haven't had one. I've been to weddings where the other people are having issues with them, but they're cool with me. And I think that's the nice part about being the party guy. That's why I'll never want to own a venue. I never want to be a planner. Amy's like, you'd be such a good planner. I'm like, I know I would. And I've no doubt I could handle it, but I do not want to do the shit that they do. Because then you got to deal with the moms and the grandmas and like, where's my dress and where's this and where's the cupcakes? Oh my God. I'd rather be the fun party guy. That's why I wear a t-shirt and black pants. I roll like, what's up, people? Let's go. Who's ready to party? High five in the wedding party. Let's fucking go. Right? Set the tone. I'm the party person. I'm not the where's the cake guy. I don't want to be that. But I have turned clients down. I have. I've had a Zoom call with them, and that was, but it's been a long time since I've done that. Um, but I realized myself, I'm like, I'm not the right person for what they want to do. And usually it was because what their asks for and what they were looking for, like I didn't know how to do it. You know, I was like, I don't know how to do that. I'm not the vibe for that. So I let them know, like, hey, I don't think I'm the right guy. I don't mind doing that at all. Dude, it's not. I'm not gonna make it. I don't think I'm gonna make it to 60. I hope I do, but I don't have any idea. All right. How do I deal with people putting drinks on my column speakers? Yeah, I have on the EV 70s, all of them. I bought those signs that just stick right on, and they don't. It's been a long. I can't remember the last time somebody walked up to my EV70 and put a drink on it. And a lot of times, and that's what's nice is they angled that one too. So they angled it. So I mean, if they put one on there, it's like right. But no, I never deal with that. I'll because I answered that question, I'll put a link to the ones I bought. However, I will tell you the ones I bought stick out a little bit. It's not perfect fit, like we're because it's a tight fit on on that sub to put something on there. So it doesn't fit all the way, but like I'm saying the sticky part doesn't go flat. But it works. It sticks on there, and I hardly ever have any problems. Okay. So what's that thumbnail, Aaron? What's going on? Well, I saw a video yesterday. All right. I watched a video yesterday, and let's share my screen here so you guys can see this. So shout out to DJ D Main, who put this out yesterday. And look, just reporting the news here, okay? Just I saw this part. I thought it was interesting. I'm like, all right, well, let's share it with you guys to see what happened because I know we got a lot of controversy about these fucking speakers, and I think we have a situation where we need to talk about this. All right, we need to talk about this. Okay, here we go.
So you guys are gonna say I did this for the views. One of my Exotons is fine, but this one's blown, y'all. Yeah, I do that. I'm used to running a passive setup. Definitely pretty impressive. Man, these lights are beautiful. Just blew this one, the bass on it, which is surprising because normally it's the highs that go first. So I just turned up my ProRec sub because.
Uh-oh. Well. Look, I don't mean any yeah, I don't mean that. Look. I I don't care if you guys are buying these things. I don't. I made a video. They're very nice. They're nice. Um, they're good-willed. Okay, they're trying to make a speaker that works, and that's good. Now, this was the thing I was worried about though when these came out. This is the thing that the people that were sort of, I think there's been overreactions. I think I saw my boy James is in the chat. This guy's getting fucking flamed everywhere over these goddamn speakers. Whatever, man. I don't care. I mean, he's saying that they work for him, and I trust that. However, this was the thing I was worried about. What I was worried about is that we were going to be dealing with them blowing out, right? Why? Because I don't think they were a professional grade, and we can all admit that, right? So when you're going to keep something super inexpensive, I think that the guide rails that they put in it to sort of avoid this, or I don't know if this guy pushed these too hard or whatever. But in 8 years, I've never blown out a sub, and I've had 12-inch subs. I've pushed those Mauis to red line and then blow them out. Now they put stuff in there, and EV put stuff in there, and QSC put stuff in there to keep this from happening. So I'm guessing that these guys couldn't afford to put this in to keep this from happening. But it happened. And here, listen to this. Listen to this.
Yeah, I do that.
It's gone. So what do you do? Well, he's got a challenge on his hands because, when you buy something from another country and there's no way he's going to ship it back and they'll ship another one. What do you got to do? Well, you throw that one away and you buy another one. So, this is the thing that those of you guys out there that are rocking these, you're depending on these. you know, that's been my warning. My warning to everybody is just be careful because it's a great price and it looks great. They do look nice. All right. However, this is a possibility of happening and it's already happened and we just barely begun in the wedding season. So, to be honest with you guys, the one I have is for sale. Okay. Why? Well, because I have the EV70s. Okay. So when you have that, when you got a really nice system, you park the one that is the cheap one, right? So I don't need it. And even if I had an opportunity to take it out somewhere, to be honest with you, I'm just being honest, okay? I was worried about this happening. And like, what do I do if this happens at a wedding? And now you got to turn one full speaker off. And this room was huge. He had a really big room here. So just is this the beginning? Okay? Is this the beginning of what we're going to be seeing? And I'm curious, how many of you guys in the chat have these? Curious of that as well. Bought them. I know some of you did because you hit my Amazon link, so I appreciate it. I'm not selling. I'm just being honest. I'm selling mine because I don't. I think it's a good idea what they're doing, but it's just, guys, we got to be careful. All right, you got to be careful with this. I'm gonna back up and see what you guys are saying because I'm curious. I'm very curious what's going on. And again, please, can we get some people to hit the like button, get me up to 40 if we could? Let's back up. Let's back up. Oh, I do see James here. Let's see what he has to say about that. Okay, so all the sick stuff. Yeah, here. Yeah, you knew it. And again, look, Aries, I'm not a hater, okay? You guys do what works in your budget and with, it's fine. This is an option. There's always been cheap stuff. There's cheap us out there, okay? So we got to remember that. But with inexpensiveness, it's going to be this. It's going to be this. Yeah. Yep. So I know, same, but I'm probably not too much. I mean, but you guys, we've been in that situation. I've pushed my speakers too far. And I was even told by EV, like, they were like, it's fine, just push them. We won't let this happen to them. Like what's ever in there will prevent you from being able to do this. Right? Because now, if that was me and I was him, and these were my main rig, now I got a gig tomorrow and I got a blown speaker. He was even using a separate sub. Oh boy. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. I got a wedding on Saturday, my first one of 2026. Thinking of taking him out. Okay. Oh. Hold him to that. Uh-oh. The spokesperson is gonna park him. Start more controversy, bro. I took my 28 G3s everywhere for 2 years. They handled every room. Great speaker. They were great. But once I got the EV70s, I had the more volume, which is what I wanted. Okay? That was it. I had more volume. And that was kind of what I wanted. I just wanted some headroom. I wanted all the headroom I have. Okay. Yeah, well, I was taking them out. All right. So we're going to hear back. Alex, does this make you a little bit nervous, bro? Right? Are you going to throw another set of speakers in the back? And that's the thing. Now, you got to think in your head, well, is anything going to happen to him while I'm out? And that's with every piece. Every time you get something new, there's that, right? You got to try it. You got to take it out. And that's, for me, I actually don't mind. I get excited when I get to try something new. Speakers have always been that way. But for these ones, because of how inexpensive they are, I just could never risk that for a wedding. I'd be so embarrassed if that happened to me. I got to walk up. Hey, you hear that shitty sound? That's me. Sorry, I blew my speaker. I mean, you can really play it off like, I'm such a fucking rat. Dude, I was pushing so hard, man. I blew my speakers. And, you could twist it that way. But, it would make me really nervous. Like, I'm really excited about this Rain System 1. I'm waiting for, the reason why I'm waiting for a video on the Rain System 1, I'm waiting for it to be available on Virtual DJ. Once it is, I want to make that video. And so that's kind of like my thought process behind it, because if I take it out, I don't want to switch over to Engine. I want to use Virtual. So I'm waiting for that to happen. Once that happens, I'll release a full video, show you that, but it is so fun. And I just think that if I had Virtual on it, you'd take it to the next level. Yeah, parties of 70. Even with smaller groups, man, And I still want to get paid. You have evolves. No, exactly. There's no reason to have those. I bought the KC12s for this season. I haven't had any gigs with them yet. So nervous. I'm coming. You'll be fine. Those are fine. I've taken those out. QSE, KC12s are fine. You got to tune them, though. They'll get a little bit harsh on you. But they're great. Those will work for you. Yeah. 28G3s. They're still kicking hard. So those are all good stuff. All right. We'll move on to the next thing I want to talk to you guys about. Just real quickly, just 2 albums coming out I'm really excited about. I don't know if you guys have anything you're looking forward to, but I have 2. One's a pop album, one's a country album. Why? Because I'm a partaker of the arts. I like it. First album I'm excited for, Charlie Puth has a new one coming out. Is it gonna be is he gonna drop any wedding bangers? I doubt it. He's probably gonna have some dinner stuff. He always has dinner stuff. But if you want to have like the absolute best kind of song to play for a sound check, play one of his. This guy is a musical genius. And I'm going to say this, okay? Obviously, Whitney Houston. Obviously, right? Number 2, teetering. I mean, he's like 2 points behind. His Super Bowl Star Spangled Banner was unbelievable. It was so musical. It was beautiful. It had like Christmassy vibes to it. He had the choir, all the strings. He played on the Fender Rhodes. Kenny fucking G, right? Did a fantastic job. So I'm a fan. I saw him live. I won't do that again because Amy and I went to go see him like probably it was a while ago, 8 or 9 years ago, and we had really good seats. We're up in the front, and then just as I was looking around, I'm like, oh, what? It's just filled with teenage kids screaming. I was like at a Beatles concert, and just right, just the whole time. And then he kept taking clothes off. He was shirtless by the end of the night. I was like, what are we doing here? We just play some tunes, bro. I didn't know I was stepping into a Chippendale situation here. My dream is you making a video for 28G versus the KC12. Yeah, so I can't include the 28G3 or 28 in there, but stay tuned. I can do that. Stay tuned. Okay? Stay tuned. I'm working with RCF right now. So yeah, I'm gonna be getting some J11s in a little bit. And I'm hoping to have some to take them out. See, Amy, she remembers. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I'm like, you believe this guy? She's like, I can't believe what's going on with this guy. Zoom. All right, I'm taking you to the new Sydney Sweeney movie. See how you think about that. I really like the Harry Styles song he did on SNL. Did he collab with Harry? Did he collab with Harry? I don't know, but I'm excited. He's doing like a yacht rock kind of thing. So I'm really excited about that. There's a couple songs already out. The second one is Ella Langley. I'm becoming like a big fan of her. Her country stuff is great. God, I added Dandelion and what's the Texas one? Whatever the Texas one to my dinner songs, and I played both those at my wedding. And man, I could see the girls are just really going for that. So she's got a really cool sound. I like her stuff. Do you ever regret selling your old speakers? That is the only reason why I regret them. Is then I don't have. That's the thing. Like, Harry dropped an album. Yeah, his stuff. His stuff was cool too. No dance songs again, but his album's pretty good. Yeah, like when I sold the RCF Evox 12s, and I did sell the Maui 28G3s and the 44 G2s. So yeah, the bummer is I can't do like these massive comparisons. However, I only have so much room in the house, and I have more stuff that I can't tell you guys about coming that I don't have room for all this stuff. So I want to be able to keep making stuff with the new ones. And in my head, I'm like, well, if I'm not going to use it, I'll just, the videos are out there. I could give my opinion on it, because I remember what they sound like. And I guess if I want to, my buddy still has a 20G3, but not really. You only have so much room in the garage, bro. And then you gotta cut them loose. You gotta choose in Texas. That's the one. That's the song. Great song. Great song. Replace the woofer with an RCF woofer. Then I'm like, what's the point of having that? Choose in Texas. Oh, you choice in Texas. Good old choice in Texas. Okay. Where are we at here? Perfect. A couple more things I want to tell you guys about. Oh, so on the wedding on Saturday, where I had a little bit of vertigo, I always come home and Amy is like, how'd it go? And I tell her what happened. And I told her, like, so I like to take risks. Okay. For me, I like to try to, when I'm at the event, I listen for cues or song ideas that either come out during speeches or I look at the songs that they play during the ceremony, if they're instrumentals, stuff like that, right? So I can surprise them later on in the night. 95% of the time, it's a hit. It always works. But on Saturday, it did not. And I'm gonna tell you the fail, but I want to tell you the win also. So the win was last year at the wedding, and I have an Instagram video of this. During the speeches, everybody kept bringing up Hillary Duff, all the girls, and how much she loved that CD, whichever one it came out in like '03 or whatever. So I listened to that, and then I pulled up "Dreams Are Made Of," right? Hey now, or whatever, right? So I was ready for it. Well, then about halfway through the dance set, when I saw that the bride was on there, I just on the mic was like, "Hey, I heard how much we love this Hillary Duff song or this Hillary Duff album, so I got you." And I dropped it, and she went fucking bananas, just absolutely like just totally freaking out. And all the bridesmaids ran on, they were singing all that up, right? That wasn't planned. That worked. Saturday didn't. And maybe I don't know what happened. I don't know why. I'm confused why. Maybe you guys can tell me why. But so she had "Rewrite the Stars" in her wedding party when the wedding party walking down the aisle in the ceremony. It was an instrumental. You know, "Rewrite the Stars," Greatest Showman, right? So I found like a upbeat 128 remix of that song. And I thought, oh, this will be cool. In the middle of it, I'll mix this in. So there, she obviously liked the song. She picked it for the ceremony. So it got a nice moment, and then I was like, "Here we go!" And what if we, kicks right into it. I'm like, "Yeah, yeah!" And I look up, and everybody's kind of like, "Oh." Even the bride was like, "Ugh." And she walked off, and I was like, oh, "God damn it!" Just kidding. It's a party in the USA. And it was like, "Yeah!" Right? So there's a tip, okay? That's a tip for you. If you're going to take a risk, which I suggest you do, because the risk reward is usually in your favor and it usually works. And I love when that happens. I like taking a risk, but I'm sometimes a real coward when it comes to it. So sometimes I take a risk. I told Amy this. I'll play it, but I'll keep my head down, just at the beginning, right? Just so I don't get this face. I don't want 10 people turning around and look at me. Oh my God, what is this song? Right? I don't have I would totally just be like, I'm sorry, and shrink in, right? So sometimes I don't look. Just like, here it is. Okay, I hope you like it. And then I'll just do one of those, like, okay, what's happening? Because I do want to see and make sure it works. If it doesn't and you're willing to take a risk, have something in the chamber, just an automatic guarantee ready to go. Just in case it doesn't work, just make sure you have one ready to roll. Just an absolute guarantee, never fail, tried and true. So that if it doesn't, mix out very quickly and then get ready for the next one. However, I'm going to say this. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Whatever is the guarantee. Everyone's going to go for it. Have it ready. That way you save your reputation a little bit too. However, you have to sometimes give a song you have to give it a little bit time to marinate too. So, especially if you're going to switch up the vibe. Like if you're going from genre to genre, like a totally flip, but you're mixing well and it still works, but you're changing vibes, you got to be ready to see a couple people maybe pop off, but give a chance for some new people to come on. And that's something that I've learned too. I've definitely mixed out too early before. I've mixed out too early, and I've heard the, ugh. And then that person that was coming on goes right back off. They're not my target audience, by the way. The people that just come on and off, fuck them. I don't care if they dance because, or I'm not giving them their way, or they don't get a request, right? Just the ones that like, I will only dance to the song I like, or whatever, or the slow dance people, right? The slow dance and the line dance people. I don't give a shit about them. But it also happened on Saturday where I played a song. It was a country song, and because country is a big part of their night, and they wanted to hear it, and I played one, and I was looking out, and I was like, it's not hitting the way I thought it was, and I was just getting ready to bop out of it. And then I looked up at the last second, and 5 people in cowboy hats had grabbed their dates and they were running onto the dance floor. So I was like, all right, I let it play out for them. Because I didn't want Tex to come up and be like, this motherfucker, you know? Let them have their 2-step, and then I'll get them off the dance floor. But I remember looking up and seeing, 5 or 6 couples kind of like coming on and grabbing their date, and they did it or whatever. So just be aware of that. Don't mix out too soon. And then I make notes too. Songs that I know, like, don't play long for okay, What Makes You Beautiful, One Direction. I don't ever get into the second verse of that song. Ever. It's the first verse, the chorus, which does twice, out. No reason to go through that whole thing again. So I make notes of that. I have a cue point in it that I labeled out. And then I remembered, oh yeah, jump out. Because I've let a song linger too long and it sucks the energy out of the room. Even if they'll get back up again for the chorus, I'd just rather get out of it and go to the next one. Was it a song I knew? Was it a song? Yeah. Yeah. It was a song that always worked. It was Fishing in the Dark, I think is what it was. Are you still taking Mike to your gigs with you? Yes. Mike is I'm not in full season yet. So once we get after April, May, like starting in May, like I only have one wedding in April. It's a travel gig too, but that works out great because we're going away next week. We're going on a cruise. I'll be gone. That's why I'm doing the show, to give you a little, so you don't miss me. All right. Doing that. And then I have a pint-sized prom on Friday, which is like a daddy-daughter dance. And then that night, so guess how crazy I am, okay? That was a late add-on. And then the next day, I got to drive 5.5, 6 hours to Bismarck, North Dakota to do a wedding. So my plan is this. My plan is to finish the event on Friday, get in a car, and just drive there. And Amy's like, you're crazy. I'm like, I know. But I'm usually up till 2 o'clock in the morning anyway, so I should be okay. If I'm not, then I'll pull over and get a hotel. But that's my plan, is to get there, get up, be refreshed. I think I'm gonna drive the whole way. I'm just gonna crank it and get it done. It's 5 hours from where I'll be, and then get up to that gig. It's done at 10:30. I think I'm gonna drive halfway home, stay at a hotel, and then no, I'm not. I'm probably gonna drive home. I think I'm gonna drive home because that Sunday is Midwest DJ Live. I'm gonna get home, chill for a little bit, and I'm gonna jump on an airplane. I'm gonna fly to Milwaukee. And the reason why I'm flying, you might be like, Aaron, why are you flying? It's a 4-hour drive. Is I don't want to be in the car anymore. I don't want to go from 12 hours in the car to another 4. So fuck that. I'm getting on an airplane. Getting on an airplane. And I'm pre-checked now, baby. I'm cruising. All right. So that's my plan. It's nuts. I'm an absolute. I mean, let me know in the chat if you're crazy too like that. But I can't help myself. Hi, 73 people. This is fun. A lot of people here today. What's your ratio of new releases versus throwbacks? New Bruno Mars, Bob. That's the problem, dude. I always say this. My biggest issue with doing weddings is that new stuff just takes so long unless it's a bona fide, absolute fucking raging banger. And we get one of those a year. One. 2024 was bar song, right? Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. That went yeah. Last year's Pink Pony Club. This year, I don't know yet. I thought maybe we would do Opalite. I thought maybe it would be some Bruno. No. So you know what I'm doing instead? I'm putting Chunky in my rotation. I fucking love that song, man. I'm gonna try to go Chunky and see if that hits off. Yeah. For some reason, remixes don't generally hit. I don't know if I'm so on board with that thought. I don't fully agree. I think that, especially if you have a slower one, or just like when there's parts of the song where the drums kick out, I always cut that out. because everybody stops moving. I'm just constantly trying to keep them doing this all night, whether it's this movement or this, whatever. I got to keep that going. So I like remixes. I like short edits. I've been starting to make my own. I'll look at songs I know, like I know I'm always out at this part. So I'll cut that out. I'm using DJ Studio to do that. So I'm starting to play with some of making my own little short edits, knowing what stuff works. But I think for the most part, remixes work. Except, okay, here's the exception. A couple years ago, I had a version of Love Story that I got from DMS, and it was when I was first starting to play it, and I would notice, that it would get to the part where, what was it? It was like towards the end where it knelt to the ground and pulled out a ring and said, "Marry me, Juliet." You know that part? The version I had, he knelt to the ground and pulled out a ring and said, it'll go, "Pootsa, pootsa, pootsa, pootsa," and then go back into a chorus. And everybody in the crowd was going, "Marry me." Oh, what the fuck? That's my Roomba. And then I realized, oh, this is not good. So then I went and got the real version. Sometimes you learn. Sometimes you learn. Okay, go take a nap, bro. Good to see you. Fly if you can. I am. Well, I can't fly to Bismarck because I need all my stuff. I wish I could. I remember Planner was insisting that Hot to Go would be a banger in early 2024. It didn't start working until, yeah, yeah. That one took a little bit to get going. Now it's done. I don't play that one anymore. I don't play that one anymore. That one got beat to death. Totally beat to death. Taylor Swift's new songs are hard for people to dance to unless. So I have both of her Opalite and The Fate of Ophelia, which I feel like are the two dance songs on the album. I have remixes of both of those, and both of them really kind of start with the chorus first. I'm all about that. Anytime I have a version I have a version of Fireworks that's just right to it. I always kind of like, let's just get right to it. Let's give them the chorus first to sing it out, and then we'll do a verse, and then one more chorus, and then out. A lot of songs I have do that as well. A lot of songs. All right. Let's see. I have a couple more things I want to tell you. Let me do some product highlights real quick for the next 10 minutes. I have two things I want to show you. One, content creation, as we know, is vital. I have been using an Insta360 for a long time. This is the version 5. And still with this, the only issue is low light. So I got something. All right. And I'm going to try it out. I won't be able to try it out for a couple weeks, but tell me what you guys think. All right. So here's the Insta360. All right. And this is what I bought for it. Okay. The reveal. What is this? This is a 360 light. All right. And it has a couple of settings on it. That's the brightest. Nope, that's the brightest. Okay. So it's got 4 different dimming options. There's the brightest. And my thought is to have it on my stand. And now I light myself and I light whoever comes up to me. What do you guys think? I think it's cool. One thing I'm going to test how long the battery lasts. I need it to at least last 2 hours. 2.5 hours would be great for me if it could stay at the highest level. So I'm going to charge it. I'm going to do a test, but I'll let you guys know what I really think of it. But I thought that was a really clever idea. And it just screws right into the Insta360. And then it has a spot so that you can still screw it into your stand. So I have a selfie stick that I use that I attach this to. And then I put it in there and I go up. And now I've got a nice little light. And I got that idea when I saw Justin put out a video. And he uses a light on his DJ table to light himself. I'm like, that's a great idea. I need to do that. So I'm gonna try this out. Use it. Looks like a camper light or something. Oh, that was the brightest. Okay, so it gets pretty bright. I'll test that out. The other thing I was thinking about doing is attaching maybe an Ape Labs neon stick to the front of my booth and just do like a warm light on me all night long. That might look cool too. Let me know what you guys think of that. I'll take a peek and see. The other thing I wanted to show you is there's a new product from Chave that just came out. Okay, let's take a peek at this. Let's take a peek. Now, I'm not a real big fan of these. I haven't been for years, but I know some of you guys use them, so let's take a look at it. All right, we got a new GigBar out. New GigBar. 3 ILS. ILS is like their new ecosystem that they have. And so when I look at this thing, the GigBar has come a long way. It looks they popped the laser off, and now they've added like a little and they've added like an LED strip onto it over here, as you can see this right here. And they've got, you know, the par lights and then the derbies on the side. Now, here's the deal, guys. Okay. My personal opinion. These are not wedding lights. I would never no. And a lot of it is the presentation, okay? Now, I don't think that they're making these for weddings. I know they made white versions of them, so I think maybe they are. But I will just be honest with you. If you're looking for a light, just do a wash. I generally lean on my uplighting, as I always try to sell those. And then if they don't order uplighting, then I bring 2 wash lights. And right now I'm bringing the 2 Ape Lab Marvels. Those things are fucking amazing. So I have 2 of those. And that's it. That's it. I had a buddy, another DJ friend, in our text group said he's had more and more clients asking him about lighting than he ever has before. Like people are oh no, he said the opposite. He said no, people are not caring about lighting. And I said, I'm having the opposite. The last 2 calls I had, the bride was specific. Like, I want to see what kind of lighting do you got? And I showed her. I was like, I got this. And so they ordered the uplights. But he was saying that their couples are leaning against doing lighting. And I haven't seen that. But look, it for I don't like to just talk shit on something, and I don't have anything against these, but because I used them at first, but I just I don't, here's all you need to know, right? How much does this thing cost? Here we go, $600. Okay, so we're at that price point. All right, bar situation, karaoke situation, absolutely. And I think the thing cool about these ones now is that the whole thing will pack in the bag, even the stand. So the lights go in, the foot pedal goes in, the remote goes in, and the stand, all in one big giant bag that will last you about a week. Zip it up, zip it up, and you're off to your gig. So I have no problem with that. I think it's cool too that they're allowing you to wirelessly master slave them as well. I think that's a cool idea. So I can set one here, one over there, hit the button on that one, and they're doing it all out. They're doing their thing. Derbies look like shit though if you don't have fog. If you don't have fog, it's just a blinky light. But with the fog or haze or whatever, then it looks kind of cool, for that kind of gig. But I think you need to keep these out of weddings. 100%. That's all you need. There's a lid for every pot. Might be good for bar gigs. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It didn't take long. Oh, man. You guys are funny. You guys are funny. Love that light. I hate to draw more attention to my 360 though. Better content. Listen, people love it, dude. When they see my 360, they'll run over. They'll put on a show. They want to, especially if I've had a couple go viral, videos go viral, and my couples have seen that, and so they love that idea. They want to go viral. Everybody wants to go viral unless you're doing something stupid, but at a wedding, and I would never do that to anybody. I would never, anytime I've ever posted something where somebody did something that was either embarrassing to themselves or whatever, I blur them out because I'm not going to put someone up. And I highly suggest you do that. Don't do that to somebody. Don't put them on. I would never want to embarrass or ruin someone's life. Again, I wouldn't post anything, but the closest I've came to that is the guy that came up and yelled at me one time at an event, like he hated hip hop and he was talking shit. It's 2 old guys. I have 2 videos that way, and the third one was that girl that walked up and accidentally hit the play button when she was trying to request a fucking song, and all the music went out. I blurred her out. I blurred her face out, and you can do that in CapCut or whatever you're using. Just do that. Don't humiliate somebody for content. All right, you're a piece of shit. I think if you do something like that, you're a real piece of shit if you do that. Fuck you if you're doing that. All right, so don't do that. Don't do that to somebody. That's somebody's wife or daughter or husband or whatever. We don't need to do that shit. Sold my derbies years ago. Never again. Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. They're just not for us. They're just not for us. Imagine that DJ shit show and he doesn't like talking shit. Well, look, I just don't like being negative when I don't need to be, and I don't have it. I just look at it and go, it's not for me. That's it. That's my opinion. It's not for me. Next. Okay? That's my official opinion on it. It's not for me. But I know there are you guys out there that love these things. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, the bridge was and that was more like par light. Those were more presentable. It's true. Have I ever been asked not to record their wedding? Um, I was no. So in Vibo, I have a section in it that says, "Is it all right if I take video or snap pictures at your wedding?" And then that is for the couple to decide, and they say yes or no, and 100% say yes. I've never had anybody tell me no. I have had them tell me, "Hey, don't take any videos of kids," and I'm like, "Of course, I don't do that anyways." And I've only been asked one time to ever take something down, and it was I think 2 or 3 years ago. I might have mentioned this on the show if you guys have followed along with me, but I posted a video of a girl who, well, there was nothing. She just came up. She was just having fun. She was just dancing. And she private messaged me like, "Hey, I hate to be this way, but is there any way you could take that video down?" And I said, "Absolutely." And I took it down. And I had a few guesses as to why that happened. I didn't feel like she was doing anything weird, but maybe she was like not supposed to be there, like lied to somebody and ended up being there. And she's like, "Of course, I get caught on video and upload it to the internet." So that's it. That's the only time I've ever. But just be careful with the stuff. I feel like right nowadays, here we go. All right. I feel like nowadays, all right, every people that are posting with thinking about zero consequences to what they're doing. And that's crazy to me that they'll post something of them being obnoxious or doing something illegal, right? They don't care because they just want views. And that's not the way to go about this. All right. And the thing is, it's tough. It is really tough to get eyes on your content. I've been frustrated. Okay. I'll be honest. I've been frustrated. And you try things and then they don't work. And I would say 9 out of 10 things that I've tried have not worked. Okay. It's just, you just never know. You just put it out there, and if it bites, it bites. But don't put stuff out there just to have it go viral, because that'll get sniffed the fuck out. Okay. Just be yourself and do it. Post stuff that you think is cool. And that's at the end of the day. I'll have Amy watch it, make sure it doesn't, it's what she thinks on it. And then I drop it. I'm like, she goes, "What do you think?" I'm like, I liked it. So I drop it, And then sometimes, a lot of times, you guys are like, "I don't like it, Aaron." Flink. Okay, it's fine. But it can be frustrating. The easy thing to do is to capture a moment of somebody doing something embarrassing or mean and upload that. And then you get all the views, but at what cost? Okay. So I say don't do that. Don't chase that shit. Don't chase it. Just let it happen. The things that I've put up that have gone viral confuse the hell out of me. I don't know why they did, but that seems to be the connection. When you're just making something and it's genuine, it will be considered that way, right? But you've all seen that stuff where you could tell, like, this guy's just trying to get fucking views. Yeah, exactly. There's definitely easy ways to do that, Don't ever try to embarrass somebody or ruin their life. Bro, you've gotten so smooth with the show, bringing up the comments, realizing the product review or picks, then back to normal Zoom. Thank you. I appreciate that. Trying to make this a great experience for you guys while we're here hanging out tonight. Today, I've been asked not to take pics and videos of guests, but my setup wad, okay to film or for photograph. Yeah, and that's fine. If I get a couple that says, "Hey, we don't want that," it's fine. I'm doing 55 this year. I'll catch something. Especially in this day and age, everyone has a camera. I know. You just never know. Both. Yeah, I have that too. There are 2 of them right over there. Eventually, I'm sorry. Rick, I'm sorry. I'll make the video. All right. Just having a chance. I'm trying to make stuff I think you guys want to watch too, what interests you guys as well. Cool. Last thing I'm going to talk about before we roll out of here. Oh, man. I have a couple things. Okay. I raised my prices. All right. I raised my prices. Hi, everybody still here hanging out. Thanks for being here. Shout out to the members. Means a lot. After 3, last time I raised my prices was the beginning of 2024, and I raised them again. I was terrified. But I just realized like I'm booking such a high rate, and I have other guys in my network and area around here that are making almost way more than me. And I decided it was time. It was time to bump them up. I probably should go again because after I did, I've booked 5 or 6 straight with 0 problems. So I probably have to go up again. But I'm just being real with you. It's a scary thing to do that, you know. But at the end of the day, you gotta be confident and know that what I'm doing is worth it. Everybody's always happy at the end. Everything goes great. My stuff works. You know, everybody danced. Bride and groom are happy. Massive tip. It was a great night. And everything that we do, you know, it's a balance of trying to figure that out. Because it's funny, I'll have people pay that much, and then I'll have somebody say, like, hey, we want you to DJ this event for 7 hours, have for $250. And then you just kind of like, Jesus Christ. You try to, my thing is I try to educate them when I'm talking on the phone, not to make them feel bad, but just talk them through it. Like, well, let's talk about this, okay? And one of the things I haven't been saying lately is I have actual numbers of what it would cost for somebody to go to. We have 2 places in town you could rent speakers or microphones: EMI Audio, which you guys can buy from, and a Guitar Center. Those are 2 places. And if you go there, they will rent you stuff. But this is what I explain. You got to drive there. It's in downtown Minneapolis, in Murderapolis. You got to go downtown. You got to load it in your car. You got to drive back. You got to drive back up here. And then you have to set it up. You have to know how to set it up. You got to have all the right cables. You got to have the power. Then you got to connect to you got to get the right signal. And I just know you hand a wireless mic to somebody that doesn't know what to do. That thing's going to be the whole time. They don't know what they're doing, right? So right away, just doing all that, you're $500 to $600 in, okay? So what you're really doing is you're paying for me to bring all that stuff, to set it up, to make sure it sounds good, and then make competent announcements that's not weird on the mic, and then play great music. How do you not see the value in that? How can you not see the value? And I do have people go, okay, because I'm giving them options. Here's my price for this, and this is what I'll do. If that's too much for you, you can go here and rent it over here. Or you go to Facebook Marketplace and some fuckhead will do it for $100. He's probably bringing a GigBar. There, I said it, okay? I said it. All right? Jeez. Oh, man. Every time 3 people pay you for what you do, oh, I know. I should. I probably should go up another 500, to be honest, guys. I probably should. And the reason, I'll tell you what happened. What happened was I booked a weekend gig where it was a travel, and I booked, I said it's double the rate. It's double my rate because I'm taking a Friday and a Saturday to do this event because I won't be able to do Friday if I do yours. It's just too far to drive. And I want to be fresh. And I doubled my rate, and they were like, sure. Sure. After I booked for that price, I was like, okay. It's time. It's time. Yeah, I agree with that. You don't ever feel bad. I think I heard Nick say something in his stream that was good. He was like, he's raising his prices, but he said, just test it out. If you raise them up and no one's biting, then you went too much. Just drop them back down, and that's what you can do. And for me, I was like, okay, that's a good point. You know, if it's not biting, if I'm busted, if I'm out of the range, which I'm not, I'm still not at the high end of what people are charging here in Minnesota, at least. I know a couple DJs in state that are getting 5 to 6K, maybe even more than that, up to 7. And I'm still not there. I think someone asked me if YouTube helps. Do you think being a YouTube helps your bookings? What I've been doing is I don't think I've ever been booked via YouTube, but I've gotten on Zoom chats and my couple say, yeah, we jumped on your channel and watched some videos. And that's cool. So what I've been doing, that last gig log I made, I don't know if you guys have watched it or not, but the last gig log where I used my glasses and I film everything, I've been sending that to upcoming clients. I'm like, hey, you know, when they say, hey, we're going to book you for a Zoom, I'm like, cool, here, watch this in the meantime. And they're watching it. And they get on and like, we were just super impressed. We just had no idea what goes on. So that has helped. That's got me booked for sure a couple times. I think so. But I don't think like anybody's finding me on YouTube and going, "Oh, this guy makes videos. We should have him do this video." This is my price. I bring everything I need to deliver the quality of experience you're hoping for. Don't list gear. Yeah. Anything over 3 hours is double rate. Yep. I'm starting to do that now. I'm charging more for travel, and I'm doing more of those this year, which is cool. Like I said, I'm going to North Dakota, I'm going to Iowa, and I'm going to Nebraska this year. So those are my 3 travel gigs, and all those have been social media. So it is working, and I just gotta be confident in it and know, like, okay, you want me to come down there? It's double, and I didn't charge those people double, and I should have. But I'm learning. I'm learning along the way. I'm not perfect at this. It's your time and DJ skill that is valuable. Exactly, and your experience. You don't have to sell that to somebody. Hopefully they recognize that by the time they talk to you and see your content, which is why you have to have it, and then your reviews. Speaking of that, last thing, I had a buddy ask me how I get 5-star reviews, and I know a lot of you guys are crushing this. Just want to share my tactics with you, and if it helps, it helps, because if you're not getting those frequently, I highly suggest you grab those. I got my 165th, I think, right now. Um, my goal is to be over 200 by the end of the year, which is a bold goal because that's almost the amount of events I'm doing. So I need to collect a lot of those. But what I do is at the end of the night when they're all high and like giving me a hug, like, "Oh my God, we had the best night." And a lot of times they'll be like, "Do you need anything from us?" Which is so nice. They always offer to like help me pack up. I never let them do it. But one thing I'll say to them is like, "Yes, in a couple of weeks, I'll send you a Google review. Is that all right?" And they're like, "Absolutely." But here's the thing. When I do that, um, I will also include a couple things. One is I always snap a quick video, a vertical video of their first dance, just from my POV, and just 8 to 10 seconds of that. And then maybe a picture or two of them somewhere during the night. And then I upload all that. That's a text. "Hey guys, want to say I had a great night. Captured this video for you. If you want, you can upload it. It's yours. Here's a couple of pictures. And then if you felt like I was above and beyond, here's my Google link." Send it as a text. All right. And my success rate is pretty high. It's about 80%, I'd say. I get those after. The other thing I do is I have Vibo does notifications now. So I have it at 2 weeks after the wedding. It sends them a notification if they haven't deleted the app, which most of them haven't. That says, "Hey, it's been 2 weeks. Why don't you show some love to Aaron if you had a great time? Here's the Google link." So two points, and that's it. I don't push them any further than that. I never follow up. I don't do that. If they want to do it, it's all good. If not, it's not. But usually I get those. Usually that's how I get those. I'll take up more comments. You offer a discount? Don't do that. Oh, man. Did you have a good time? If you leave me a 5-star, I'll give you $500 back. You don't need to do that. I know you're kidding, but I think some people do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because you just fucking nailed. You crushed it. Unless you didn't. Well, then you should not be asking for a review. The ones you're not sure of, I've only had a few of those where I was like, man, I don't know how that would go. I've never really fucked up terribly though, guys, just to be honest. My biggest mistakes I made, I probably one of my worst is a mic just going crazy berserk during a ceremony. There's nothing worse than that. Early on, I tried to use one of those dongles, that Sennheiser dongle. I tried to use that as a mic at a ceremony. That was a mistake. Probably one of the craziest ones I did was when I dismissed the tables in the wrong order for the buffet. It pissed everybody off. So this was like my second year, and I was just trying to be cute or whatever. I was in this venue that had two levels, and the top level was like table 20 through 25. Like these are the people we couldn't give a shit about. They're up there. And I had dismissed tables so many times. I'm like, those guys are always like frustrated with me because they're last. I'm going to turn it on their head. I'm going to be their hero. So I walked up the back and I'm like, "Guess what, guys? You're going to the buffet table first." Wow! And they all cheered and they're walking down. And as they all line up, I look over and I notice that the parents' table, like the bride and groom's parents, are sitting there, going like this. The people that paid for it were watching their goddamn neighbors and coworkers that they don't even work with anymore getting the hottest part of the chicken, the freshest mashed potatoes they had there. Oh my God. And it just hit me. I was like, oh, fuck. Oh, man. I still remember that one. Then the worst things you can do is playing the wrong songs, calling the bride by the wrong name. Do whatever you can do to avoid those things. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, great. You're able to come here live. All right. Great to be here. I know, right, dude? Oh, my God. I fixed it, right? After I noticed it, I was like, oh, shit. And then I apologized to them. I did. I apologized to the family and I apologized to the bride and groom. Like, guys, I'm sorry. I was trying to be fun. The bride and groom were fine. They were fine. They were like, wait, Aaron, because they had their food. They didn't give a shit. And they're like, whatever. My dad will be all right. He'll get over it. But dad was pretty upset. And so going back to old guy, I think me as well. If I just paid for all this shit and I'm sitting there and I'm watching these people walk down the stairs, going through the buffet aisle before me, I'd be like, I would probably stood up. What the fuck is going on? I would have freaked out. Amy would have had to talk me off a ledge. I'd have been in the back strangling the DJ. You son of a bitch. Oh, God. This was fun. Fun hang. Thanks for being here, everybody. I appreciate you guys. Hope you had a good time on the show. Hope you had a good time. Yeah, by the way, that's why I don't dismiss buffet tables anymore, too. That's in my contract. I don't do it anymore. I don't do it. Because I fucking hate doing that. Anyways, had a good time. I'll be gone next week. We're going on vacation, so I'll see you guys in a few. And then those of you that are going to Midwest DJ Live, I'll see you guys there. There's a lot of people going. I hope you're going to be there. See you there. See ya.